So, Alex, on my show that dropped Monday, obviously everything has happened with coaching changes, opt-outs, and I wasn't letting the pettiness flow through me. But since I'm talking to you, I mean, I figured we might as well let this come out.
Let's
But
hear it.
no, just the irony of you fire your defensive-minded head coach. Arguably, and I would say your top two defensive backs opt out, and your defense looks the best it's looked in over a month. Explain.
Oh boy.
Do you have? Is there an explanation? Is it just coincidence, or I mean, it's almost hard to fathom, right? Like it's hard to believe that happened.
It is and it isn't. I mean, I texted you semi in jest earlier, just because we've heard for what week are we in? 8 weeks that Colin Hill gives us the best chance to win. Well, we saw on the field Saturday that may not have been the case.
Hey, and even Mike Bobo echoed that, and I think it was the Tuesday presser last week when he said, "Hey, I've been doing this a long time. I've been coaching quarterbacks. I know what I'm doing." He's echoed many times, we're playing the best player. And
yeah.
What do you know?
Yeah.
What do you know?
You get 68 yards of offense out of him. And then you were like, you know what, we got to do something different because maybe he's not. And so, half jokingly, I texted you like, well, they've been saying Colin's the best quarterback we have on the team. Like, what if JC and Israel weren't the best two cornerbacks on the team?
You joke, but I mean, it's just insane. It's crazy. And I know Mizzou wasn't some offensive juggernaut. They're not Ole Miss, but it's still just wild when you look at it and you're like, South Carolina is doing what they're doing right now without those guys. I mean, it was crazy.
Well, and two, yeah. I mean, if you look at it like in the number of pressures and blitz packages we brought, like
I thought T-Rob called a great game.
One of those.
I thought T-Rob called a great game.
We didn't do one of those against LSU. You know what I mean? And it's like, so, it goes back to, and I told you this too, like going through the whole Brian McClendon phase where, you had this like Jekyll and Hyde kind of pop up where you'd be throwing the ball over the field and then all of a sudden we'd sit on it for 2 quarters. The other team would come back. I don't know how many times we had to watch that unfold, but it's just like the first game that, Muschamp's not involved in, we're blitzing from all over the place. We're getting quarterback pressures, yada, yada, yada. And then, we get a quarterback change.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, like, I've always, my take was always that he was monkeying more in the offense than he would ever come on to.
Right.
But is it possible that was going on the defensive side as well?
I thought T-Rob did a really good job. He turned the guys loose, I thought. And I mean, again, it is baffling. It's crazy. It's crazy. And again, I didn't spend my entire show Monday, taking shots saying, oh, look, this happened because of this happened because of this. Because I mean, you could certainly do that, right? You could certainly do that. But I took the high road. We took the high road. It's fine. But no, I mean, it's just crazy. It's crazy. It's truly baffling. And kudos to those guys.